Parmesan see spaghetti and meatballs staring at me. Spaghetti and meatballs staring at me. Get yourself a serving, maybe two. Talking Bulls basketball is what we do. Get your garlic bread and your dish of the week on spaghetti and meatballs. Oh yeah, spaghetti and meatballs. Don't forget the Parmesan cheese.
All right. We are back with another episode of Spaghetti and Meatballs, breaking it down the way we know how with your hosts, Trevin and Johnsy. What is up there, buddy?
Hey, man. Tough one the other night.
Yeah, not ideal.
But as you and I were saying pregame, we're in the East is such a conundrum right now that we don't know if we're hoping we win, hoping we lose, hoping this team wins. We just gotta let it play out. Hope we're playing good basketball and let the wins and losses take care of themselves.
That's a very good point. That's the best way to put it because there's not really an ideal spot to end up. And so all you can hope for is healthy, playing good basketball, so you're ready to roll going into the playoffs.
And I know we're a little bit of doom and gloom right now, but Caruso has just sparked the team, sparked the second unit, kind of taking some pressure off Io, taking some pressure off Kobe. Just things are looking up.
Yeah, no doubt, man. He makes such a difference in that first game he was back. It looked like a different team out there because, you said, the units are, now Kobe is, more on the second unit. And I don't know
if you saw it on our Twitter. You and I are texting, and AC hits a three. And I put, give me the hot sauce, AC. And then Stacey said it right after. He just followed us on Twitter.
I know. One of these times we're going to have to get him on here.
I'd love to get in touch with his people. I know our people have been reaching out, and his schedule hasn't jived with our schedule.
It can be a
little tough. He wanted us to meet him at Potbelly for lunch a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't get off work, and you had a commitment. It's just we got all sorts of.
Yeah, I know. It makes it tough.
Boy,
does he love some Potbellies.
Dude loves Potbelly.
Man.
So let's just get into it. What do you got any shout outs?
I got one quick little shout out here.
Love it.
To an old friend of ours, Alex Blumenshine.
Oh, Bloomer.
Yeah, I saw him at nephew's birthday party over the weekend, and it was Sunday after the Cavs game. He says, "Oh, so what are the MeatBulls going to have to say about that win?" Well, you're going to have to tune in and find out.
Tune in, buddy. So old Blooms watching the show.
He's tuning in. Yeah.
Oh, love it. Great to have you. Great to have you, Alex. I usually see him at the store on Sundays. We're in we go at the same time to the same place. And I'm like, now I know we can talk a little MeatBulls.
Yeah, there you go. Spark it up.
So I got a couple. I got two. One of them is just in general. I've been getting so much feedback. Dude, you guys got Muggsy Bogues tweaking the show.
That's a good call. I've been hearing a lot of that too.
Everyone's been loving it. Okay, but the real personal and this isn't even really about the show. It's just Bulls in general. I take night class Tuesday nights, and what is this? This is Caruso's first. So this is Friday night, and Mike, guy I take the show with, has sweet seats. They're box seats, and he's sending me pics, and he goes, "Hey, I won these tickets. Had my wife been being a bitch, I was going to invite you, John." And I was like, "Hey, man," because he knows the show. He wanted some good content.
Hey, I respect
his wife
that.
Wasn't being a bitch. He took her. So
yeah, fair enough. Hey, we know how that goes.
If you're going to be a bitch, just stay home. So clearly she made the cut. Whatever.
Well, hey, man, it's the thought that counts.
Thought that counts. So Mike, appreciate you. What do you got for
I screenshotted a little tweet here.
I noticed that like our text line has been real positive towards us lately, but the Twitter.
Yeah, this is not really at us.
Okay.
I mean, it is at us, but it's more. So the Twitter name is Zach's Big Sack.
This could be positive though.
He says, a lot of talk lately about my man not being worth the max deal.
Yeah, there is.
Trust me, he is. Dude's playing hurt right now and still putting me out there on a nightly. Haters gonna be sorry. Hashtag playoff killer.
Ooh, no hard R at the end.
Yeah, right. I know.
This might be not for this show and maybe not for this season, but we're going to be talking this max deal.
Yeah. It's definitely a topic we're going to have to touch on a little bit.
And I'm just going to get into it right now. What is your guy saying about the knee? Because it worries me that he is saying playing hurt, because everything we're hearing is the knee's fine. It's just some soreness. Like, what do you? Because I'll wait on my little Twitter one, but I want to get to it. But what do you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of concern there. I mean, me personally, I'm a little concerned because there's kind of seems to be a little confusion on that. I can't get a straight answer from him. So I don't know, because he's definitely hurting. Like, you can definitely tell something's going on. So I'll be curious when it's all like at the end of the season and everything, what they knew and when.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you're right. I think it could be one of these where they drop a bomb and say he had a slight tear.
Right.
You know, the whole time, and he's playing through it, or he had a deep bruise and played through it. And, you know, I hope not, but let's just hope for the best, because I think this team's built for a long playoff push, playoff run.
And for that to happen, they're going to need to count on him.
So here's one I got. And like we always tell you guys, Trevor and I both can't be logged in simultaneously. So sometimes he sees them, sometimes I don't. We got a game in Utah tonight. This is I'm reading off my phone, sorry, at Jazz Hands 32. So I don't know if this is a Karl Malone guy. I don't know, Jazz Hands. So it's not really against us. It's more against the Bulls. You lose to Sacktown and think you have a chance against us? Question mark. Fair. We going to play you fools like an old rusty trombone. So this is where he takes a shot at the team. Oh, and Jordan's still pushed off.
Oh, come on.
Get over it, dude.
Yeah. You know, I had respect for you up until then.
Yeah.
Get over it. Exactly like you said. Get over it. You and your rusty trombone.
Old rusty bone. Get real.
Man. Push on.
I mean, fair point. We did lose to a struggling Sacramento team. We needed that one. But to play us like an old rusty trombone, is that sexual?
I took it sexually.
I took it sexual.
I mean, that's how I took it. So,
you know, I don't know, but whatever, these guys. So we talked about it. Caruso, big spark. What else what do we need tonight? I mean, we'll bring Jesse on in a little while, about another 15 minutes or so, but what do we need tonight?
Well, Zach's probable from what I hear. So he's playing. I don't know. The first game that Caruso came back, like, he had such an impact defensively, and like not just on the guy he was guarding, but the team in general, you know. And I'm sure you heard it, and they, you know, a lot of people probably heard it, but that was the first time they held someone under 100 since his last game.
Right.
So I'd like to see more of that. I didn't catch a lot of that Sacramento game.
No, neither did I.
Not the first half, so it just seems like it got out of control pretty fast.
It was almost a 20-point deficit at halftime. I know that. I didn't watch either. I'm not going to be up front with you guys. A 9:00 start. Come on.
West Coast, you guys know how we feel about that. It's a little difficult.
Yeah, tonight's an 8:00 start, so at least a little bit.
I did see that. It was an hour earlier. So, but yeah, so I'd like to see him tighten it up on the defensive end.
For me, and I think you know this, like we each kind of like, we love the team, but we have our guys. Vooch, your guy.
My guy.
I'm a Kobe guy.
Yes.
And he's been hot and cold lately. He's been streaky. He's always that way, but I'm just looking for some more consistency from him offensively. I'm not saying I need the 7 3-pointer game, but I need 2 or 3 threes. I need him to be attacking the rim. I need him to be spreading the court. So I need that out of you tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? I have to say that I think the other night last weekend against Cleveland, he didn't score a ton of points, maybe 11 or something,
That's what it
but
was.
that might have been his best overall game I've seen him all season.
He had a great defensive play where really locks me down at the top of the key, kind of a scrum for a loose ball, and he turned it into a transition layup. So you're right. I think he can be a solid. We're not saying an elite defender. We're not even saying an IO level, but a good enough defender. Yeah. And just being able to convert that instant offense. So
yeah, and he was smart. He was smart with it the other night. He had maybe 4 or 5 assists, 4 or 5 rebounds. So he definitely impacted it in the game and a lot more than just scoring that game. Yeah. So I think that's nice to see. You know, that's the maturing of a player is when you don't have it scoring wise. What else can you do? And I think he did a good job.
I think you nailed it there. You know who's been really impressing me is Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, man.
And it's just the intangibles. Yeah. It's not, you're not looking at the box score and being like, oh my God, look at Tristan Thompson. But it's like the defensive rotations, the tenacity, the toughness.
Yeah, the leadership that he brings, that veteran getting after guys on the bench and, you know, telling them what he sees and what you need to do and stuff. I agree. That's gone better than I could have expected.
I'm with you.
I knew he was a nice addition, but it's been better than I thought.
We talked about it. We're getting to the point where it's like we're battling for playoff seeds, for home court advantage. We're going to leave it to the front office, to Billy, to figure out the wins and the who plays now. But do you think we reach a point this season where we got to get DeMar some rest? We got to get Vooch a game.
Yeah. I think so. I think that especially with what DeMar has put in the first 3 quarters of this season, plus, like, he's got to get some rest before we get to the playoffs.
Well then I agree with you, but let me read you this schedule coming up. And I know we talked about it.
No, that's the problem. Yeah.
The problem is Utah, Phoenix, Toronto, Milwaukee, and that's as far as I could remember.
That's 4
New Orleans.
All right. So in the next 5, like, it would not be it'd be believable if they went like 1-4 over that stretch.
Oh yeah.
Sure. You know
what I should do is let me get on. I'm going to let you talk for a minute. I'm going to on the Celtics page.
Okay. Yeah. And that's with everybody playing. That's a tough schedule right there, those next 5 games. And the one win is the New Orleans game that I'm figuring. But
yeah, I did. Okay. So we have Celtics versus Warriors tonight.
Okay. I don't know how the Warriors have been playing lately.
Yeah, well, it's the Warriors at least. So we're hoping they get an L there. Celtics versus Kings. The Celtics versus Nuggets.
Okay.
Thunder, which you shouldn't overlook the Thunder. Then they have the Jazz, the T-Wolves, the Raptors, the Heat. So they got a tough schedule coming up.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, okay. They don't have. There's
a big Bulls game April 6th could really be a deciding factor because they end with the Bucks and the Grizzlies. The Celtics have a tough end of the season here.
Yeah, that sounds like it. I thought the Bulls' schedule was tough.
And I don't want to look too far ahead and try to say, okay, they lose this and we win this, jostling for playoff position. But you and I talked, we end right now, and what did you said the Bucks would be against the Nets.
Yeah. And then
it would be like the 76ers would get Toronto, maybe?
Yeah, well, let's see.
Either way, it wasn't a bad matchup for the Bulls because the Bulls would get the Celtics, and then we get the Heat, which I've always thought we match up much better against the Heat than the 76ers or the Bucks.
Right, because right now the Nets would be in the play-in, and you figure they would, the Raptors and the Nets. So, yeah, either 3. Because if you end up in the 3 spot, you'd maybe go up against the Cavs. So that would be a matchup I would like. But
sure.
I don't want one of the top 2 seeds.
No, if we're not getting the number 1 seed, give me the 4 spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Because 2 and 3, we're playing Milwaukee or Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yikes! Newsflash: we haven't beat Philadelphia all year. We don't have an answer for
Yeah.
Embiid. Let
Yeah,
those
right.
two beat up on each other, and we'll take the Heat, which I'm not saying they're a cupcake or a cakewalk, but I think we match up better.
There's definitely the better matchup there. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting how it all plays out because we got like a month left in the season, and something
Something came through. Something. It's just, I don't know anymore, man. I'm just
don't even know what to say.
I don't know what to say. But yeah, and it's.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be, hey, but it's like you said, the key is how they're playing at the end of the season. If we got guys back, and we were talking a little bit before, we're not sure what the update on Lonzo is.
Yeah, don't ask. Sure. Has given us enough, almost too much. I don't want to keep. I don't want to expose him.
Kind of tighten
off a little bit.
He's kind of tightening up a little bit.
Yeah,
playoff times. Yeah, playoff time coming up. They don't want to reveal too much. But
I'm with you.
So I don't know. Hopefully they can get him back because
we do have Patrick Williams coming back soon.
Yes, I mean, maybe in that 5-game stretch.
I heard. I think definitely by April, beginning of April, he's back.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
And if he's going
to, come off the bench, and he's going to bring so much to the defense. Like Lonzo will bring a lot back for the defense as well. But I'm looking forward to how he's going to help with the offense. But with Patrick Williams and Caruso being back, that defense is going to be.
And we always talk like that second unit. Billy either leaves DeMar or Zach out there to do the scoring. So we don't need scoring. We need, if Caruso gets a loose ball turnover, easy transition, great. If
knock down a 3 occasionally,
Troy Brown Jr. knocks down a 3, great. If whatever, Patrick Williams is back, mid-range jump shots, great. But what we need is defensive tenacity out of that second group, and really just let DeMar, Zach go to work and hopefully expand on the lead.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what playoff basketball is all about. It doesn't matter how much you score, you still have to play a little bit of defense come the playoffs. Sure. And I don't know. And you don't want to put too much pressure on those guys coming back, but realistically, just how they play the game, it's just.
But I think if you're coming to him and saying, hey, we're easing you back in, we don't need you to worry on the offensive end. We need you down here.
Yes. Yeah. Do whatever you have to do down here. Offensively, pick your spots. Don't force anything.
Don't force anything. We got you. We got Kobe in that second unit. We have one of our superstars out there. We need you to lock up somebody defensively, whether it's a Jaylen Brown, whether it's, Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And I'm saying if we match up, Celtics, obviously.
Yeah, again, right.
If we get those, I can't imagine that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown love the idea of going against like a Javonte Green and then coming in and having to face either an Alex Caruso or a Patrick Williams.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like,
hey, don't forget about Io.
Yeah, like Io, hey, here you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a good point. And that's why I think I still, because the morale for this team, not with us, not with the team, but like the feel around the fans, and you listen on the radio, it's a lot of people are down on it. And I can get it to a certain point, but when you look at the bigger picture with what they have coming back and getting healthy, I texted you the other night, a healthy Bulls team is not a team that anybody in the East wants to face.
The East has to be terrified that this team played, 2-3 games together, something like total.
Right. Yes, exactly. Where they had everybody. Yep.
Like you're worried about what's going on. And of course, those scumbag Knicks are the reason with
sons of bitches.
Take out Patrick Williams, and then Knicks fan 69's chirping at us.
Yeah.
And then we get, obviously the injury to Caruso, right when he comes back.
Yeah. Oh man, I know.
Another scumbag in Grayson. Let's not go down that road.
Hey, speaking real quick, I was playing a little NBA 2K22
Hey,
last night.
yeah.
I got my career guy going, matching up against old Bad Breath himself.
Yeah. Just
Beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It was. He left to the locker room crying.
I'm sure he's out there tripping people and just.
Oh yeah, it was that. Like I wish there was like an automatic flagrant foul button that you could just hit. Like
Grayson Halitoshus Allen just.
So I was thinking about you last night when I was locking him down.
Yeah, and I made a tweet that I put that I think it'd be awesome if automatic Twitter poll before they tee somebody up. Like, what did he say? What did DeMar just say?
Yes, I thought that was a good idea.
He called that guy a fucking bitch. Deserve it or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? 1 minute? Okay, sorry.
Yep.
Or nope, you're in the clear this time.
Yep. You can pass. Yes. Yeah, I agree.
And maybe not for all the games. Like, okay, we got a primetime ABC game. The Twitter tech poll is up. People, be ready. Be watching.
Yeah,
we
right.
Need you.
All right, and now tweet in the next 30 seconds.
Yes, like things could get violent out there, knowing that the fans could be the ones deciding if it's from a game or not. So
the guy gets completely tackled. Nope. They didn't see anything. He's good.
I'd love it. Well, we got a lot to look forward to. We got a tough stretch ahead of us. But you and I said it. I don't know if it was pregame or at the beginning of the show. I can't remember. Let's just play good basketball and let the wins and losses take care of themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Wherever we end up, as long as we're playing good basketball and we're healthy, or as healthy as we can be, I'll be happy with it.
So before we bring Jesse on, let's take a pause on NBA action. We got March Madness starting. Great time of the year.
Yes.
Who do you got? Who do you like?
Man, there's been a lot of Iowa love lately, hasn't there?
And I'm Keegan Bradley's a player, but
he's a stud.
I'm not. Are you taking Iowa here? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Iowa. It's hard to go past the Zags. I think part of me just wants them to at some point to break through and win one. So I think that's the way I'm leaning. I actually have my bracket up. I have not submitted it yet. I have.
No, and I have one I need to do right here.
Yeah,
I got a work one, and then I got like another, like a different one. Like I can do my real one.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, it's just some of these teams, like when we talk about Gonzaga and Arizona out west, I don't watch any of these Pac-12 after dark or wherever Gonzaga plays.
Yeah, I watched one game, and it was in their conference championship game last week against St. Mary's, and they look pretty good. So that's what St.
Mary's got a 5 seed, so I mean,
yeah, they had a pretty good season, I guess. But yeah, I agree. I don't watch any.
No, so it's hard.
I didn't even know Arizona was that good until I saw that they were got a number 1 seed.
And their head coach was an assistant at Gonzaga last year.
Oh, I did not know that.
So that maybe it's a storyline that plays out. So.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting because tomorrow it all starts tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it all starts tomorrow. Got to get your brackets in. Got to see those numbers hitting.
Yeah.
Let me get him on here. Let's see what he has to say. We'll give him a little March Madness moment in the sun.
Oh, he's gonna be all fired up.
We need the Bulls stuff for tonight, though. We need to know where we're going tonight. I didn't even look at it because it was Bulls were getting like 5.5.
I think it was at 6 last I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see what this dirtbag has to say. Because the one thing about Jesse here is he's not. I don't even know if the guy likes the Bulls. He just goes straight, He does not. At him, what's the play? This is when we were playing the Pistons, and he's like, And I said, like, you mother. I don't take the Pistons. And he's like, Pistons, gotta take it.
Yeah.
He was right. I think the Pistons end up covering.
Yeah, they did because they made a 3 right at the end or something like that.
And I wanted to tweet him because, like, for the whole game, the Bulls were like blowing them out. And then they I was like, what happened? So, yeah, what a dirtbag.
He was pretty good last week, though.
Yeah, he was pretty good last week. So we see what he brings when we let him kind of have free reign and not time down to just the Bulls. But we'll see. I'd like to see what he thinks about the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I remember he said last week that if Kentucky's healthy, to watch out for Kentucky. So
yeah.
I don't know if
I watched Kentucky, Tennessee in the SEC semifinals, and even though Tennessee won, Kentucky grabs the ball from the net and is
just goes with it.
Hey, here's the bad news. He's out. He's out for today.
He's out for today.
Yeah, he said he's something with a contractor. So maybe we'll just tweet at him.
Yeah.
Well, if you say it's 6, Bulls 6, what do we think? We'll do our own sprinkle.
Bulls 6, man. You know how I feel about it.
We're taking Bulls at the points, baby.
All night long. Let me pull it up here real quick just to see.
Bulls fans, if you know us, we're taking the points.
Let's see where the
Bulls fans.
It's 7.
It's 7. Oh, we're all
all over that, baby.
We like it at 6. We love it at 7.
Yes, exactly.
Sprinkle for you.
Sprinkling it at 7. Hey, I'm gonna give a real quick dish of the week.
Yeah. Oh, geez, I almost forgot. Yeah.
To Caruso against Cleveland early in the second quarter, makes a steal, instantly eyes up the court. I forget who he passed it to. Was it Derek Jones Jr.?
Yeah,
I think.
An alley-oop. He didn't finish the alley-oop.
Yes.
The lay-in. Yeah, it was
yes.
Derek Jones Jr.
Yeah,
he's an athletic freak.
He is.
And you know what I respect about Derek Jones Jr.? We talked about this. Is like, that finger's hurting him, and he's just out there and he's dunking and he's like blocking. He doesn't give a shit.
And you see him kind of like, grimace for a little bit and shake it off, and he's right back in there doing it.
So
I love it.
Yeah, great dish. All right, we're gonna have Jesse just tweet at the show. He's Joe Cooling us. He's big leaguing us. What a D.
He gets a few picks right.
Yeah. Okay.
Gets above 500 all of a sudden.
And I really wanted to see what he had to talk about the NCAA tournament. That just means he has nothing.
Yeah.
So, all right.
There's a contractor coming in.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us. For those listening on YouTube, we're going to try to get this up on Apple Podcast tonight before the game. Yes. So look for us on podcast. We'll put it on social media. Trevin, It's been a pleasure. I got to run to this event. As always,
that's al dente.